Here we go, back again with another match review, and it's finished Rotherham United, bottom of the table. Rotherham United only won 3 games all season. One was last week against the Middlesbrough team. One, Sunderland won, fresh from the Hull win on Boxing Day. And what can I say? Team, no Pritchard. What is going on with the Pritchard situation? Come on, let me know up there in the comments. Down in the comments, what's going on with Pritchard? Pritchard is clearly our best player, one of the best players. He's one of our creative best players, to be fair. When he's not on the pitch, we don't do diddly squat. Jack Clark, the only other outlet on the pitch when, Pritchard isn't there. Doesn't get a start. He starts a Dill, who was, pointless, really. Got took off at half-time. So what is going on with Pritchard? What is Speakman at this club? Why does he not want Pritchard at this club? Why are they not playing? Why would the likes of, even Mowbray not start Pritchard? Why does, Dodds brought him in for a couple of games. He was brilliant. Got a bit of an injury, got a bit of a cold. Never brought him back. And he come on the other day and he was much better when he came on the other day. He was one of the reasons why we beat Hull. And yet, doesn't get a start today. Baffles the life out of me. It really does. Beale. People say believe in Beale, but why should we believe in Beale? Is he his own man? Let's see what he's got. What has Michael Beale got in the locker? He did exactly the same, if not worse today. The football was atrocious. It was the most boring yawn fest of football I've ever seen in my life in the first half. It was dire. It was drab. It was slow. It was lethargic. There was no urgency. It was like everybody was worried to pass the ball. And when they passed the ball, the passing of the football was absolute pathetic the majority of times. It's okay in your own half, passing the ball backwards and forwards. As soon as we get into their half, we have nothing. Ekwa is like a former shell of himself. He's been awful since that injury's come back. Absolutely awful. And not just that, Roberts went off after 10 minutes and Barr, he brings on Barr. It's the same, banging on the same drum, same tune, different head coach, the same thing. You play Barr. What is it with Barr? Barr isn't a good player. I saw him today have the ball inside our own half or just inside Rotherham's half, and he passes the ball, a simple pass. He gives it straight to Rotherham. Ample times. He's just not good enough for this squad. If he's the best we've got, what does it say for the rest of the team that's on the bench? Pembele came on though, that was good. Anyway, first half, it was absolute. I never yawned so much in a game of football. And I think they were booed at half time, to be fair. Now, I don't know if it was the home fans who were booing or the away fans, but someone booed off. So I take it must have been the away fans because we're 1-0 down. Yes, 1-0 down. I mean, Sunderland, we had one shot in the first half outside the penalty box with Dan Neil. And it was Patterson saving the day for Sunderland in the first half. 4 chances in 4 minutes for Rotherham. 3 fantastic saves from Anthony Patterson. Back to his best. Back to his best. And then the goal itself, he couldn't do anything about it. Rotherham had the ball, edge of the penalty box, playing amongst themselves, no one challenging. Ball comes into the box. Ekwa heads it out. Poor header straight to Rotherham player. And you've got to say well done to the Rotherham player. That was an absolutely fantastic goal. Bodies in front of Patterson. He couldn't save it. He was going to get nowhere near, to be fair. You can't blame Patterson for the goal. He was superb tonight. But well done, well done. Hats off to the lad. Scored a good goal for Rotherham. 1-0. And no wonder. I mean, people were saying the fans were booing. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Was the team booed off at half-time? Second half, we made one change. A Dill came off and Burstow comes on. It's the same. It's the same, isn't it? Why are we playing players that are poor? You've got Barr comes on for Roberts. He's awful. End of the day, I want him to succeed. I want him to do well. But it's just, in the whole perspective of the level of football at Sunderland, at this level in the Championship, we've got to have better than Barr. He's just not good enough. He's weak. He's weak. His passing's poor. And then we bring on Burstow in the second half, and he's shocking. He is really, again, I'm not going to be harsh on the lad. He's a young lad, learning his game, learning his trade. I wish him all the best. But if I was in charge of the club, I'd say, thank you, Burstow. We give you a good go. You did all right. And send them back to Chelsea and get one of the other strikers on, Meander, Rushin, one of the strikers that we actually own in the club. Or even get another striker in. A striker qualified with a bit of experience at this level or the high end of League One who scores a lot of goals, a younger lad. But at the moment, we're the only team in the world. We must be the only team in the world who has not got a striker on the pitch, a striker who scores a goal. It's absolutely crazy. But anyway, second half, we weren't much better. We're screaming out for Pritchard to come on. And finally, 60 minutes. Pritchard comes on and Pembele. The first time I've seen Pembele in a shirt in the first team. And what a breath of fresh air. It's amazing, isn't it? How a bit of determination, a bit of drive, a bit of want, a bit of skill, someone to come on with a bit of experience up the game. Pritchard comes on and he creates 2 or 3 chances. Some good corners. Before Pritchard come on, the corners were shocking. Pritchard comes on, good corners, good crosses, and finally a ball in from Pritchard, cleared away by the keeper, drops to Clark, he just smacks it on the half volley, I think it was, or the volley, hits the defender, loops over the keeper, one's a peach, and we're thinking, right now, it's the Alimo. Let's get the second goal. And we were different with it. I mean, Rotherham made 2 or 3 changes as well, but we're so much better with Pritchard and Pembele. Silt went off, and Pembele came on, and Pembele looks quite good. He even got a chance in the box. He's a tall lad, but I think it was Pritchard again, ball in the penalty box. Pembele goes up with a header, bottom corner, keeper makes a decent save. If the keeper was a bit out of position, we might have scored a goal. So well done to the substitutions. Beale finally woke up. What happened after 55 minutes was, I seen Beale reach for his mobile phone, and at the same time in the stands you could see Speakman on his mobile phone. And I think somebody said, he was like, Speakman? He's like, what? Can I bring Pritchard on, please? Because we're not very good without him. We need to bring Pritchard on. Speakman's like, oh, go on then if you have to. If you have to bring him on, bring him on. Anyway, brought him on. So that's the way I think it is. But now we need Beale to be his own man. You've seen the proof. The proof's in the pudding. Proof's in the eating. We're a different quality side with Pritchard on the pitch. Even if Pembele starts. But he's got to start next match, Pritchard. Because when we play Newcastle in 2 games' time, if we play like we did in the first half, we will get absolutely smashed. I'm telling you now, if we play against Newcastle like we did in the first half against Rotherham, and Rotherham, no disrespect to Rotherham, but they are going to get relegated this season. They're absolutely poor. They're poor, the worst team in the league, and we were outplayed by Rotherham in the first half. If we play that way, the Mags will pick us up, chew us, spit us out, and win 4-5-0. We've got to get Pritchard playing the whole game against Preston, even if Pembele maybe's, and really get that team gelled together for that derby, because we cannot get trounced against Newcastle. I'm telling you now, the odds are against us as it is. We've got to even if we got there, get a draw, or you could raise our game. Some of the players could raise the game in the derby. It could be, we might sneak a win. You never know. But we cannot get out there and get smashed and humiliated. It would be an absolute disgrace. So we need Pritchard to get 45 minutes, 90 minutes, not 45, 90 minutes behind him on New Year's Day, and then a few days recovery for the Newcastle match. So we've got to play him. So there we go. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. That first half, was that the poorest yawn fest you've ever seen in your life? Absolute yawn. It was, let's face it, the worst ever I've seen. But, end of the day, Ballard did quite well today. Jack Clark, the only outlet on the left-hand side. He does a lot well, Jack Clark. He scores the goal again. Pritchard comes on, does really well. Patterson, could he be a contender for man of the match for those great saves in the first half? You know what it is? I'm going to give it to Pritchard. For me, if he hadn't have come on, I don't think we would have scored in a month of Sundays. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Take care. God bless me. God go with you. I was going to go to bed right now, but I've had 45 minutes sleep in the first half of the match, so I might not sleep straight away. Right, we'll see you later. So there we go. That was me in the first half, having a bit of a snooze. The worst first half performance I've ever seen in my life. Well, let me know that was at 1 point against the worst side in the league. it's not good enough, is it? It's not good enough. We're not really good enough to really drive forward for the playoffs. We need to invest in a couple of players in this transfer window. We really do. You know, maybe we get a qualified... We need a striker on the pitch that can score bloody goals. Start Pritchard next game, Beale.